All right, hey guys, what's up? Evan Cars here, back for week 5 of the SDL Premier League, I think. Let's see. Schedule. We did, yeah. So we're on week 5 against Rival Angel. This one, this one's gonna be a tough one from what I've seen. Let's go find his team. Here it is. I mean, just a lot of fast attackers, but also a lot of bulk. I'm really scared of Enamorus. That was a late game pick for him, and it's gonna give me a lot of trouble. Um, Very good type diversity on the team, but instantly I'm liking Ice type into his team, just simply because of Garchomp and Meowscarada and Vileplume. Armaldo is Rock Poison, I think. I don't remember, but Enamorus Incarnate being a flying type also gives more depth to ice. So let's go over to the team builder and let's get started. All right. Format is NatDex Draft. And let's go back over to our box, which is right here. So I don't think electric terrain is going to be great here. Because well, actually, we hit a lot for electric. I mean, aside from the two resistances and two resistances and then the immunity there, but we hit Quaquaval, we hit Skarmory, we hit Enamorus. Yeah, so hold up. Is water type coverage good? Not really, no. So I think I like Electric Ice on not Boltund, on Executor. Wait, hold on. Who are my Terra Captains? I keep forgetting. Boltund, Slitherwing, Pecharunt. Okay, so it's not Electrode. But we could run Boltund with something. I kind of like the idea of Terra Ice, and instead of Rising Voltage, well, actually, hold up. What if we go Trick Room mode this week? Uh, I think I like the idea of going Trick Room. It's something we've not done until, I guess, this week. We've been trying to go Sun and go hard Sun every single week. Let's try something new. We'll start with this because we want to be able to pivot and get electric terrain up at any point in time. So that ends up being what we want. We need you. Actually, no, we don't. No, we don't. No, we don't. No, we don't. Because, actually, yeah, we do. Yeah, because we need to be able to activate competitive and defiant. Yeah, so then we also need Cinderace. So having to spend 3 Pokemon for this whole mode is kind of sad, but this also means that we can get. And then we need our Trick Room setter of Executor. We'll worry about getting the movesets and EVs refixed. By the way, I'm using the mic on a pair of headphones that my mother picked up. Y'all let me know how it is. I think based on my very little testing, it sounds better than than my laptop mic does. So y'all let me know how that sounds. But I like it personally. But right now I really like. I'm gonna change topics so quick. But I like Electro Ball. I like Volt Switch, just the ability to reposition, but also hit things for a lot of damage. Um, Dazzling Gleam just to pick off targets, and Nature's Madness to really pick something down. Then we need to be able to set up webs, and we need to be able to get court change. And then we also bring in Executor, and we need Actually, do we already have an executor with Trick Room? I want to just copy that one if we do. Yeah, copy, delete, paste. We're not going to run Sun this week. We're not going to rely on Sun with Harvest. We're just going to have it exist, but we are going to have Sunny Day if we ever need it. So the idea is Trick Room. We don't need Expanding Force because we're not facing that kind of team this week. So potentially we could run just Psychic. Actually, Future Sight can be okay. And then Boltund instead of Hyper Voice will run Terra Blast. Right. It doesn't get Terra Blast. I forgot about that. That's not fun because I really needed it. Okay. With that being said, then we need to figure out a different idea. What if we go Terra Fairy? Do you even get Ice Fang or something? No, you don't. Interesting. Okay. We need more special moves. That's the thing. Maybe that was why I had Hyper Voice. Sure, whatever. We'll go with it. Whatever. Of course, I have to click it twice. Well, okay, whatever, bro. There. Okay. And we've got an absolutely just Trick Room competitive try to deal damage. Not Volt Switch. Not with this kind of set. So the idea is make sure. Oh, okay. So then we're going to go Terrain Extender. Because I don't think you have a terrain setter on your team. No, you really don't. So we can really take advantage of that. We really need an Electric Surge. I think we want to go bulkier here. Well, do we have the resources to really afford that though? Because no, we just need to be bulky. Yeah, because we don't need to be outspeeding things. That's the thing I've been running Tapu Koko with is every week just going and being offensive, but we need to be bulky. So we're gonna go max HP. We'll go, well, we may need to go plus in a different stat if we need to disperse things differently. So I think we'll go plus here. That's gonna need to go down. We'll go to there and see where that puts us. Okay. We need like 238. Yeah, that's fine. All right. And 296 can outspeed something, I would imagine. But we don't need it to be fast. We just need to exist and just be annoying. So, with that in mind, we can use HP Ice as our backup move. Rabombi kind of just stays the same. I'm not gonna lie. I think we need to go plus Speed Nature this week. And you're just like fairly bulky. Court change and U-turn is the general idea, and just being fast. Yeah. Thinking Gambit. I ran calculations where that is. Yeah. Do we need Psycho Cut this week? I guess we could need it for Quaquavel. Psycho Cut hits Vileplume. What is Armaldo's type? Is it just pure rock? What is it? That's something I need to look. Armaldo. You're rock bug. Okay, I was way off with rock poison. Rock bug. And we still don't have a fourth move on here. What was the other move that got taken off then? Oh, it was Volt Switch. So we don't need another electric move. We need to figure out, what if we just use Hyper Beam as just a nuke button potentially? I think that's the only real idea I have. And what if we could Terra Normal? Paranormal seems stupid as all get out, but I like it because it just hits everything and only gets hit super effective by quick lava, and we can theoretically deal with it. And we're just kind of bulky and deal damage. Yeah. What does he have to hit Executor? Skarmory, Enamorus, and Meowscarada's Dark type. That's it. So we need to be able to take care of Meowscarada. So Cinderace, that's going to be your job, I think. 119. What is Meowscarada? I think it's like 124. I could be very much wrong. Helps if I can type. 123. I was one off. So we need to be able to outspeed that. 123. What's your base speed? 124. We outspeed it with Ribombee. Okay. So the way to go is if Meowscarada lead, Bug Buzz turn 1, Sticky Web turn 2, and then come in Sucker Punch. Because I'm assuming Focus Sash if it's lead. Yeah. I think that's the way to go this week. Get up terrain, let it sit there, get Ribombee in, flip them around, and then let these two sweep once we have Trick Room up. Not to mention Kingambit can work outside of Trick Room. Boltund really is just so fast that it needs Iron Ball. Actually, what if we go something like Choice Specs? Honestly, because we're gonna have the what is 222? What? I didn't click that. Oh, it's because number lock's not on. Of course. Times 0.67, 148. How fast is 148 comparatively? About as slow as Kingambit. I think that's fine. Yeah, it's about as slow as Executor. So probably about 56 base speed. It's pretty slow. It'll outspeed most things. I think that's the way to go. Okay. Well, I will see y'all potentially Sunday night. And until then, peace.